Basta kayo dyan, guys. Maglakad-lakad muna tayo. Nandito ako sa labas, naglalakad-lakad. Parang uulan ngayon. Parang uulan siya ba? Kasi yung ulap masyadong madilim. Maglakad-lakad lang ako ng konti ngayon, guys, kasi Monday ba? So baka mga 30 minutes lang ako makalakad today. Basta kayo dyan, guys. Ingat sa mga babiyahe. Monday today, first day of the week. Kaya ingat-ingat ba? Kapag Sunday, no, parang parang minsan tinatamad ka tinatamad ka ano ba? Kasi isipin mo, naku, Monday na nga pala. Basta kapag Sunday, iisipin mo na Monday na nga pala. Tapos start na naman uli ng trabaho, di ba? Maraming doon, naglilinis. Meron ding maaga magising ng mga dito, no? Maaga nila magising. Ayun, dito parang aanahan nila yung ba? Kukulayan nila yung playground. Kukulayan nila yan for sure. Good morning! How are you there, guys? Let's do some quick walking. It's Monday today, first day of the week. So we need to recharge ourselves. I'm recharging myself if I have time during weekends. I usually do quick walking. Actually, if you're a working mom, sometimes it's really a struggle to think of what meal are you going to prepare in a day. Sometimes I can prepare 3 dishes in a day, and there are times that I felt really lazy to prepare even just one meal. Look at the baby. The baby looks really cute. He's with her mom. With his mom. He started walking. He started to walk. I'm just here around our apartment because look at the sky, guys. It looks really cloudy today. So I'm thinking that it might rain later. So I do prefer to just walk here around our apartment. There's actually a swimming pool there, and it is a public swimming pool, so we can have access on it. I think on July 2nd week. They usually open it on July 2nd week. Yeah, they open it to the public, and you can pay actually just a small amount of money. Uh, Unlike other swimming pools, public swimming pools, they are a bit expensive. But this swimming pool near our apartment, this is okay because it is open. Look at that. It is not a covered swimming pool. So they said that it is much better if it is open, because if there's some germs or bacteria in the water, it can actually be killed by the sunlight. So usually if we go here, this is actually a swimming pool, guys. This is a public swimming pool here. Hi, Officer Blackmon, how are you? So I'm walking here around our apartment, and this is the swimming pool. It's a public swimming pool actually that you can see. So it is accessible on month of July 2nd week. They will open it to the public, and you will just pay just a small amount of money. Unlike the other public swimming pools, this is the swimming pool for kids. Yeah, swimming pool for kids, and this is this one with a slide. This is the swimming pool for adult. Yeah. So it is really good that there's a swimming pool near here, so that, you know, if you don't like to go to far places during summertime, I can just take my son and my daughter here and just walk. It's just actually a 5-minute walk from our house. Yeah. So they can, you know, swim here and play together. Actually, last year they closed it a little bit early because there's some swimming team, I think. They should practice here. So they are practicing here last year, and it should actually be closed around September. But they close it a little bit early because of the swimming team. They need to practice here. Hi, Macro Plastics. How are you? Hi, Kennard's Julian. How are you? Hi, Officer Blackmon. Good morning, guys. I'm actually outside our apartment, and I'm walking here alone. This is Monday, so usually most of the working employees, they're really busy. So me, after I do quick walking, like 30 to 40 minutes in a day, then I will prepare my youngest daughter to go to kindergarten. And then after that, I will also prepare myself to go to work. They're trying to fix again this is the barefoot mud walking therapy. So usually I try to walk here sometimes during weekend. Here is okay actually, the mud foot walking therapy. So you can do barefoot and just walk here in in here, and I think over there they're trying to fix something. I don't know why there is a fork crane there. Yeah, if you can see, guys, there's a fork crane. So I will just walk here near our apartment. This is a 24-hour shop before, but then I don't know what happened. They just open it for... Sometimes it's not open actually. It is not open for 1 week or for 1 month, and suddenly it will open again. Yesterday it was open. Before they change it into... they put this, you know, self counter, automatic self counter, so you can actually just and cash it yourself, because there's an automatic machine to compute how much you need to pay for it. And after it was not being open for like a month, and then suddenly we were surprised that it was open yesterday. Maybe the manager of the 24-hour store is busy, or you know, they need to take a rest for a while, or maybe they are having situation or something. But actually there's a lot of people who exercise here in the evening, so I think if they open it until evening, they can actually earn some money. But I don't know, maybe why do they are not opening? Sometimes only weekends. So Monday to Friday it's closed even in the evening. And then it is open only on weekends. There are some who's also walking there inside the park. So I'm actually here outside. How are you guys? Good morning. Do you also do quick walking in the morning? So even though I'm busy, actually, I'll try to, you know, give time to do a quick walking. If I have more time, then I can go out at 7. So 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. But last year, actually, I was able to go out at 6 a.m. So from 6 a.m. up to 7:30 a.m. last year, it was last year actually, I was really eager. I was really eager to walk in the morning last year. And after the winter season, because it was really cold this last winter season, so I tried to slow down walking in the morning, because you know I might catch a cold because I'm working, so I need to be careful also not to be sick. Look at the tree, guys. I think this is a pine tree. Do you know what kind of tree is it? I think this is a pine tree. I do like the platanus tree also. The platanus tree looks really good during autumn season. Look at the flowers. Flowers looks really blooming. During this season, actually, it is blooming. Yeah. So it looks really good during this time. Sometimes I do try to take a picture of this. Yeah. Look at this, guys. The color is amazing. Yeah. So if I sow, while I'm walking, if I sow some, flowers anywhere, I do try to take a picture of it. Look at that. Yeah, so there's a lot of flowers in here near our apartment. So actually it's just like 5-minute walk. So walking 5 minutes, then you can actually be here. Yeah, look at the flowers. I really love the flowers. Look at that. Sometimes I try to, take a picture of this while I'm walking. It looks really refreshing to the eyes. I don't know what kind of tree is this. This is the pine tree. Look at that. This is the pine tree, guys. The trees looks amazing. And there are more flowers in here. Look at this. There are more flowers here. Look at the flowers. Wow, I love it. So during the weekend, actually, we didn't go anywhere. We just, stay at home because my daughter has been sick, actually. She has been sick for 1 week, almost 1 week. So that is why we just try to stay at home. Yeah. Look at this. It looks really beautiful. Yeah, I do try to take a picture of this if I have time. So usually while I'm walking, if I sow some, flowers, I do try to take a picture. Look at this, guys. There's also some flowers here. During this season, the flowers, the rose petals, they are in their full bloom. So they look really beautiful. Sometimes there are some blue flowers too. I don't know what is the name of that flower. Look at that. Yesterday I tried to research the name of the flower while I was walking with my daughter and my son, and I saw this flowers. I think the name is Cassiopeia, and the other one is Daisy. So always when I try to walk in the morning, I always enjoy the beauty of these daisies. And I never know that They are daisies. So yesterday, my daughter, while we was walking, she tried to ask me, Mom, what is the name of these flowers? And I told her, okay, we will try to search it at home later when we get home. And my daughter is a little bit stubborn, so she tried to ask me, no, Mom, you need to search it now. So that's why I tried to search it. And yeah, I learned two terms yesterday, two flower terms. Sometimes when you're aging, you tend to forget a lot of vocabularies and words. Especially me, I'm not using the English language here in Korea because when I'm talking with my family here in Korea, I just use the Korean language and I never use English. While I'm teaching my son before, I do try to teach him English, reading and speaking. But now that he's growing up, I do try to use conversational English to him so that he will be better in his conversation. But then he doesn't want, to use English. Yes, he felt like it is really hard to express what he needs to say if he will use English with me, if he will conversate with me. But I do try to explain to him that, no, son, when you grow up, you can actually use the English language, and to be able for you to be better on it, you need to use it with me, even just for 1 hour every day. So we can conversate. We can have some conversation in English. But then, because he is in his teenage years, he is a teenager now. So usually if you're in a teenage stage, you're a little bit, sensitive and more stubborn because they have their own opinions already. So even though I do love to talk to him in English so that he will be better using it and he will get used to it, because he can actually use it if he go to other country. But then this time, I just try to use it in messages. So whenever I try to send a message to him, I'm actually sending a message in English. Sometimes he will answer me in English and sometimes he's not going to answer in English, just plain Korean. So it depends on his mood. It is actually really not easy to, talk to a growing teenager. And sometimes I do struggle dealing with my son also because he is 14 years old already and he is almost the same height with me. Yeah, we have the same height. Look at this, guys. The trees looks amazing in here. How are you there, guys? Usually when I'm walking, I do try to, talk about some topics. And if you have questions also, sometimes there are some of my uh, live audience, they do try to ask me also while they are watching. And there is this audience before, he asked me if it's really hard to live here in Korea and why nowadays there are more single men and women here in Korea. So he asked me why, and I was really thankful about his questions, because me also, I watch some documentaries that tells about single woman and single man nowadays here, and not only here, actually nowadays globally there are more singles than married couple. So I think because the burden, if sometimes they think that if you have a child and you're married, then you will have more responsibility to take care of your, if you're for example me, I'm a married I'm married and I'm a woman. So if I get married, then actually there will be more additional responsibility with me. So more household chores, and I need to take care of my husband also. I need to take care of the food that we will eat together, take care of the groceries, even though we can do it together. But then it is also an additional responsibility for women. While for a man, if you get married, the additional responsibility is you need to be the main provider of the family. And, you know, you need to make sure that you can eat 3 times, or it's better 5 times in a day, with snacks or anything. But at least you need to make sure that your family, the family that you're building, can actually eat 3 times in a day. So actually, because of that, additional responsibility, that is why a lot of young men and young women, they just decided not to get married. Yeah. And even though nowadays, even though they get married, they actually just, they prefer, they actually prefer not to have a child. So nowadays there are a lot of childless couples, and they prefer that way because they think that, if you are childless, then actually I'm taking a picture of this side because I think it looks really cool on picture. So I do try to take a picture first. Yeah, so nowadays, even though they get married, actually not only here in Korea, but globally, I'm speaking globally nowadays, they prefer to live alone. And I have some friends also, they are still single, and I am actually at my 40s. They're still single, but they do have a relationship before, but I don't know why. Maybe they have their own reason. That's why they just decided not to get married. So for women, if you are already on your 40s and you're still not married, it is actually very hard for you to bear a child, because there's an expiration of a woman's ovary. Actually, it is a sad fact that us women, we cannot actually bear a child forever. So there's an expiration date, and usually if you are on your 40s, it's really hard for us, you know, to ovulate, and our hormones are not getting better during these years. So actually, if you're a woman, it's better to bear a child during your 30s, because on 40s, even though my mom, she she had me actually when she was 43, 43 or 44. Yes, she had me during her 43. Yeah, she was 43 during that time. So she's actually, had, we are all seven. I have my six siblings, and me, I am the youngest. So just thinking of it, that my mom bear seven children, so it is really difficult, I think. So I think nowadays, because before, women tend to bear a lot of children, give birth to a lot of children, and they do suffer a lot for taking care of them, and they cannot even work at all because there's a lot of children to take care, and they don't have no time for themselves. So I think if you'd been to a big family, and if you will get married, I think some of the women, they tend to, just give birth to one child. Yeah. So I think that is why there are a lot of couples nowadays that they prefer to just have one child. Here in Korea, you can actually see a lot of couple having one or two children. Three is the maximum actually. I think they do try to, just decide to be childless also. Those the married couple who are young couple, and they just decided to be childless. And they just want to enjoy themselves. They don't want to have any burden and having more responsibility. So yeah, that is why I think. Anyway, I think I've been walking for 33 minutes now. I do try to walk for 30 minutes or 40 minutes in a day during weekdays. Yes, it is actually also good in our blood circulation and for our mindset also. So even though I'm busy and I need to prepare my youngest also later, if I finish walking, I do try my best to wake up in the morning early so that I still can have the chance to walk, just a quick walk. Before, I do jog too. I do jogging. But nowadays, I just prepare just plain walking, not jogging or running. If I'm with my kids, sometimes I do run and jog a little bit. But I enjoyed walking than jogging. I thought it's going to rain, so I'm actually just here near our apartment. I do enjoy going near the river, but because I didn't bring my umbrella today, so I'm worried that if I go to the park near the river, then I might get wet if it rains. So, but still, it's not raining, so maybe it's just cloudy today. It's Monday today, and it is start of the week, and I hope it will be a productive day for all of us. Anyway, guys, I'll try to end my live now. Hope you will have a blessed week and take care of yourself. Try to exercise if you can. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good day today. Bye.